Does the perfect game exist? Many would say no. Some might say yes. It could be right under our noses here in paradise. Would we even recognize it if we stumbled across it ourselves? Is there something special that cultivates greatness here? Hawaii has a rich history of athletes competing at the highest level. Did finding the perfect game get them to the top? There's a lot more to this game than our coaches could ever tell us. This season, we're determined to find more answers. It's time to begin.
Hi, we are at the Kalaheo versus Kailua game for OIA start of the season. My name is Ariana McGurk, and today we're going to be interviewing people, asking them what they think the perfect game is. Bella Rivera, do you believe that the perfect game is achievable?
The perfect game? I think so. If you put a lot of effort and time into it, I feel like you can make a perfect game.
And what does that look like to you?
Probably just everybody working together, everybody be able to communicate and just all put our best effort into playing and being a team and not playing individually.
Great answer. Thank you, Belle. What does the perfect game look like?
Perfect game looks like people playing with confidence, people overcoming adversity, and people able to make adjustments, and at the end of the day, having fun.
So you would believe that the perfect game does exist?
Perfect games always exist, but again, it's your objective is to constantly try to find ways to achieve it. But again, it's tough to do, but making sure all those fundamentals are in place that we just mentioned.
Let's ask Coach Harley. Okay, we'll let Coach Harley finish her chili bowl, actually. This is Emma, and Emma, the question I have to ask you is, does the perfect game exist?
Personally, I don't think the perfect game exists. There's always going to be like some hiccups, but I think the perfect game is that people try their hardest and don't get down on each other.
I don't think it does. I think we just play as hard as we can.
Do you think the perfect game exists? Is it achievable?
No, it's not. Sadly, I wish.
What about you, Shay?
I think, okay, well, there's never going to be like a perfect game in terms of like no mistakes, but you can have like a fun game that's like just feels perfect and went well.
Fun game. You can't have a perfect technique game, but you can always have a perfectly fun game.
I like that answer. Good job. Okay, Tay. We have another interrogee right here. So my question to you, Tay, is does the perfect game exist? Is it achievable?
Yes, but not. The score doesn't determine it. It's all up to the players. The players determine it. Your mindset, your performance out there, your attitude, the energy. Give it your all.
So what would you say the perfect game looks like?
Communication on that court. There's complete trust in every player. Everyone is just. It's hard to explain, but when you see it, you just know like they're on fire.
Great answer. Thank you, Tay.
I think it is. I think as long as both teams are like going good, playing their hardest, getting good rallies, the perfect game does exist. I like when the games are like super close, head to head, point for point, and everyone's just going full out.
I feel like we have like our plays where we're like really excited and we have like momentum, and then we have like our plays where we're like, oh, but like I feel like every game should be the perfect game.
Coach Harley is not yet done with her chili plate. So,
yeah, a perfect game can exist. To me, it's achievable because if you can keep a rally going for more than, let's say, 7 plays, I think that's a perfect game. And you keep it going with like
everything they've done. Yeah.
I think it absolutely exists, you know? Like, the perfect game for me is like the crowd's here, everyone's cheering on everybody, you know? It's really competitive, and just like both teams like giving it all they got. That's the perfect game.
We are here with Amber from Kailua.
I wouldn't say the perfect game exists because you never know what to expect every game.
You got fun on your face, you big disgrace.
This is the parent of a JV player, and the question I have to ask you is, does the perfect game exist? Is it achievable? And if you think so, what does that look like?
As few errors as possible and as many points as possible. And yes, it's possible.
Yes, it is achievable. It's when all of the girls have a great time playing and feel good at the end.
No, there's never a perfect game, even in professionals. What was the second part?
What would you describe a good game to be then?
A good game? A game where they win and they all play well. Not a lot of errors.
I'm here with Jada and Uncle Billy.
The perfect game does exist because the perfect game is not winning. It's always playing your hardest and always trying your best.
Nobody perfect. You play your best. That's all it is.
I don't think there's a perfect game, but I do think that you can play up to the standards that you put for yourself. And I think for my team especially, we might not play the perfect game, but if we play our game, we'll definitely do well.
Thank you, Coach Kayla. Does the perfect game exist? Yes. Okay, and what does that look like to you?
Perfect passes, perfect serves, perfect hits, great energy. It's a little close.
Sorry.
Yes, great energy. Perfect all around, like perfect side people, like cheering, perfect playlist going on, everything. Perfect shoes, perfect tie, everything.
Okay, Mr. K, in a volleyball context, do you think the perfect game exists? And if so, what does that look like?
I don't know.
All right, Mr. K, how are you feeling about the game tonight?
I'm very excited for the game tonight. Well, as you can tell, yes. So.
I'm sure they're all excited to have you here and support them, so thank you for coming out.
No worries.